Hello dear visitors of Ivan's Science Channel. My name is Ivan Rusgeek. Today I will tell you something that seems to me very interesting. And in the end I will also show you something very interesting. First I want to tell you about a very simple way to strengthen your plants and increase their immunity resistance to adverse environmental factors, but first of all to the attacks of serious diseases. And this substance is called salicylic acid. I have already spoken once about salicylic acid and the indispensability of salicylic acid for the treatment of seedlings after planting. It is also possible to treat the plants directly before planting. Salicylic acid can be used to fight dangerous diseases even in roses, such as black spot and Marsonia. All plants can be treated with this remedy in order to prevent and treat very serious diseases. Some stupid bloggers confuse salicylic and acetyl salicylic acid, which is ordinary aspirin. And on this basis they recommend using aspirin for this purpose, but this is terribly stupid. In this case, in fact, you can use this penny pharmacy remedy aspirin. But you need to know how to do it correctly. First of all, aspirin is, of course, acetyl salicylic acid. It does not dissolve in water, or at least it is very poorly soluble in water. But from acetyl salicylic acid, which is absolutely useless and of no use to the plant, it can be converted very easily into salicylic acid. And this will be probably the cheapest way to use this plant remedy. To do this, you need to take only 1 tablet of acetyl salicylic acid and dissolve it in a small amount of water. After it is completely softened, it will turn into such a turbidity with sediment, and it must be boiled for half an hour. In the process of boiling, you will see that all this turbidity will dissolve, and after about half an hour of boiling you will feel a slight smell of vinegar. As soon as you smell a slight smell of vinegar, this means that our salicylic acid is completely ready. After cooling this solution, it is good to add literally a few drops of ammonia to it, up to half a teaspoon, and dissolve the resulting amount of solution in 5 liters of water. Literally all plants can be watered and sprayed with such a solution. The solution itself does not have any antifungal or antibacterial properties, but it strengthens the immunity of plants in such a way that they resist no worse than when using a preparation such as Prevacur Energy, while salicylic acid acts on the widest range of pathogenic microorganisms. Well, take this advice if you have limited resources or opportunities in buying other plant protection products, including biological ones. Others that also perform a wonderful function or prepare plants for adverse conditions and diseases. And now I will show you something very interesting from the world of tomatoes. Here you also have the result of the action of the drug, which is called Helios. It is based on special soil bacteria that help plants grow. Look, literally 5 days ago there was a single watering with Helios, and now the young roots began to grow very well and grew well, and this is the control variant just by watering with fertilizer. And here watering with fertilizer and Helios. Here is the result for you. And all of us have heard such a word as a mutation more than once. A mutation is a change in the genetic material. However, it is unlikely that many of you have seen these mutations in reality. And now I have a real mutation in one of the varieties called dark chocolate. Look, this is the very spontaneous mutation under the influence of external factors that are so important for evolution and for our improvement. Well, for tomatoes too. These are the mutations you probably saw in the host, and then they turn into varieties if people find them beautiful. Many Dieffenbachia plants, crested chlorophytum, and literally many. arbor vitae and many plants have such mutations, which are then used to create new varieties. Now mutations of such variegation are very popular. People are trying to turn the usual cultivation of food into art and get not only food, but also beauty. Therefore, they look for and find such mutations. This mutation is also interesting and funny. And I, of course, will take this plant into breeding work and will definitely study the inheritance of this mutation. What kind of mutation is it? Cytoplasmic or nuclear? How is it inherited? Maternally, or is it inherited like ordinary genes, and so on? Well, I will definitely acquaint you with the results of this interesting work. Well, my dear viewers, on this I say goodbye to you and wish you great harvest so that you do not have any mutations in your body and more interesting things in the world of gardening and horticulture. See you.